Hello everyone, and welcome to my look at Friday the 13th. Open a campfire sale on 1958 at Camp Crystal Lake, where the figure in darkness is about to make its move, and a bunch of people seen dying over the boat ashore. I always like how these films have slow burning sense of atmosphere and terror for fear. I like when the gore confidence is set up instead of overshadowing it. Good example are the first victims, everyone suspecting lovers. The music and camera slowly build up the deaths, and we smash cut the title card. Heard. The combination of Sean P. Cunningham's direction, Victor Friedkin, and Spick and Tom Savini's effects work are just perfect for this film. We cut to the present day of time of release, where a young woman named Annie is getting left to Camp Crystal Lake from a local. An old man named Ralph is dismissed as a loony for saying there's a curse in a place. It turns out he's right. Driver exposits further that Odessa Camp Cleum here in 1957. He actually agrees with the place being jinxed. What helps who arrives, including young Kevin Bacon. I don't know about 6 Degrees. I get a feeling these folks will be seeing their own insides in this in 2 weeks. I don't know, Joe, you have to Google it. I also admit that despite the film and series has its spawn now being icons of horror, there is some camp value in this first installment. This bit where Alice talks to someone named Bill is just so corny I can't help but grin. In those thin suspenders Bill is wearing, Charlotte 1980 is so close to 1960 to get away with that kind of fashion. The next victim meets her fate when she gets taken for a ride and seen with the mob is that phrase. Much like Jaws before it, this film makes effective use of not showing a threat until the last half hour or so of the film, using the camera work and music to build tension until then. They say on Slash and this lady's stories and show that Savini's practical makeup and gore effects have held up remarkably well even in all these years. After that, we get a beach scene, and some of the swimsuits only hold to the imagination, even in 1980. I do find somewhat amusing that Bill is used to the red herring that killed the machete. This is one element that would have become linked to its numerous sequels. Ralph has also somehow made it to the camp, and he is bursted out of the pantry. Yet his warning is still dismissed by the remaining counselors, just too more to decide embraced by the lake. Bill is also watching from a distance. I still like how the environment of a camp provides a sense of isolation from the outside world, especially as the storm comes. I've never been trying to link two individuals together, but I do like the idea of isolating several people in one remote location, having a common goal to survive and or escape. I have other ones lined for this month, so keep an eye out. While Alice wonders where Jack and Mercy are, Annie proposed a game strip Monopoly. What the hell to determine how much clothing property he is worth? Will Bartek Allen be worth one garment, or Park Place and will be the full Monty? Before we can answer that, someone gets their throat cut, and I have a sneaking suspicion that Jack and Mercy are next. I know Kevin Bacon doesn't die as often in movies as Sean Bean, but that smoke of it will be his last. Right on cue gets the arrow through his neck, as Mercy comes back inside, and Annie claims one of her friend's boots when he lands on Baltic. Guess I answered my question before. Sure enough, Mercy gets her just due in the outhouse once too late Jack is pulling a prank, because he's dead. She gets an axe to her body and another victim and dies of Vogue in front of a mirror. The game of Stripanopoly continues, and there's a hunt made up by the worst run of bad luck since Nixon. Sounds like things today in a nutshell. Make your own assumption. As another potential victim goes to take a shower, Steve's Jeep is broken down. It was probably made by Fiat. The storm rages on, and everyone wonders who will be next. Alice wonders what happened, and the man who came back from checking the generator then goes to find Brenda. Based on what has happened to the others, you might have to call the morgue. Naturally, Steve ends up being the next victim, then everyone gets back to camp. That's convenient, very polite for the killer. Naturally, Steve ends up being the next victim. Alice then decides to light the stove and make coffee old-fashioned way and then search for Bill. Bill is dead, honey. Annie's corpse is thrown through the window of the cabin. Alice comes face to face with true killer, Mrs. Voorhees, played by Betsy Palmer, who wants revenge of the death of her son Jason. Yep. In this film, his mother was a killer. It wasn't until the many sequels that he took center stage. Jason was a boy who drowned in 1957, and every death sends up in retribution. Today is his birthday. Ever since I was 11, this finale always gave me chills. So it's now battle for survival between Alice and Mrs. Voorhees. I haven't played the new game they made yet, but I heard it's at least playing that lousy NES game. Well, I will give it credit for acknowledging Death Outright, defying Nintendo stands at the time just as to damn LJ and faint praise. The final battle transitions to shore by the lake, and even though Alice makes Hicks as the last survivor, the Bruce remains Jason have other ideas. I've seen this movie many times since I was 11, it gets me every time. As Alice wakes up in the hospital, she realizes that the night may be over, but Friday the 13th has just begun. Even though this may not be my favorite horror film, it's a tradition I've had the 70 years I've been marathoning horror films around Halloween. While I don't know how this reboot would have played out, given how Paramount has been doing the best lately, I still enjoy it every time I put it on. The sequels may vary widely in quality, but even the bad ones have something to enjoy for me. Jason X, are we going to be ready into a Jason's movie? I haven't had a chance all that much. I'll definitely keep enjoying this one over the course of this month. That'll be good luck for the day. My Halloween 3.5 out of 4. I have many more horror films planned for this month and related ones. We'll just have to wait to see what they are. Bang.